So here we're going to make a nice quick impulse buy for the shop for Mother's Day. It's going to be made in foam, so it's going to be easy for you to look after and make beforehand, before the busy occasion, so you can have them stood in the shop and the customer can just pick up, take them away. So we're going to use the smaller bags, and the bags are available in different colours. So you've got lime green, hot pink and black, so there are variations. We're now going to just take 2 squares of cellophane, one in a pink tint, and then we're going to also use this wonderful one called Evie, which comes in other various colours like lilacs and purples, so there are other combinations that you can actually use. But with this design, it's going to be quite a compact design in the bag. It's going to be like a posy, and I'm sort of going back to when I first came into the industry and we used to buy cellophane that was nice curved edges, and I just wanted to create that edge for this particular design, especially for Mother's Day. So I folded my cellophane and I'm just going to take my bag, and I just want to make sure that I've roughly got about 2 or 3 inches of the point at the bottom, because when I actually put the floral foam in, it will actually sit perfectly. So first of all, I'm just going to fold the cellophane so I can actually now cut my cellophane and actually make a real nice edge to the design. So it's like just making a round design that can sit into my bag. And because I've had this folded, it means I can come to the point at the centre. I can roughly take 2/3 of floral foam that's already been soaked, and I can sit that in, and I'm just going to catch that within the hand. Taking the bag, I can just drop that in nicely, and this will sit around the edge. So when I actually create my design, this cellophane will just gently sit down with my flowers. But I'm going to just take the excess of the actual foam and slide this just gently either side of my floral foam within the bag. And what this is actually doing is giving it security, so it's not going to move about inside. Push that down and it's making the bag quite firm. So if I just tilt this, you can then see inside that we've got 2 pieces of the oasis recessed either side. Now this can be filled up with water, so we would actually fill this up with water with flower food so it's ready to go. So first of all, I'm going to take a little bit of the cellophane, and we're going to start to just hold the cellophane open within the bag. So we work around each side on an angle. So what we're doing is holding the cellophane slightly open on the inside. A little bit more cellophane just above the centre of the design. And now we're going to take a little bit of the grevillea, Spider-Man grevillea, which is going to give a nice fluffiness to the design. And again, working around the outside. Like so. So we've got this wonderful strong pink underneath and this wonderful lime green, and we've got that combination running through the cellophane, so it really gives impact. And then we're going to take a little bit of the dyed cerise grevillea in that hot pink, so it's really pulling all those colour combinations together. And really giving a little bit of spikiness just above the bag itself. So now we've got our foliage in place, we're ready to place the flowers into our design. So to keep the cost down, especially with it being an impulse design, I'm just dressing my rose. I'm taking those protective petals off, because that is the first thing that a customer would do, is come and complain and say my rose is going off because you've left those protective petals on the outside. Now I'm going to take my bag to the edge of my counter, and I'm going to look and measure where I want my rose. So I will trim my rose, and then I know I can push that rose right the way in, so it goes right the way down to the bottom of my floral foam. So I know it's going to get that last drop of water right down deep in there. We're going to use some wonderful field green chrysanthemum, that lime green, so that's bringing a connection to the bag itself. So I'm placing 3 stems of the field green into the floral foam, again making sure that my stem is long enough to be able to push my stem into the floral foam right the way down into the bottom of the bag. Here we've got 3 cerise geminis. Again, I will measure and push, so it really does get down into the actual foam itself. And if you place your gerbera and push in and then just gently pull back away from the foam, what it does is it creates a water well within the foam, so the actual gerbera's not having direct contact with your floral foam, so it allows it to carry on taking water and then doesn't cause a problem with them going off as fast. So in to your floral foam as far as you can and just gently pull back. Here I've just got a couple of pieces of Spider-Man grevillea, a real interesting flower, really gives you great spikiness into the design. And we've got a little bit of Genista in pale pink. Just to create that wonderful little wispiness through the piece. And just to finish off, we're just going to add a little bit of lavender in there. We're just going to add a touch of spring by using wonderful iris. Just making sure that my cellophane sits perfectly around the outside of the actual arrangement. But this is one way of actually creating a real nice arrangement for a customer to pick up without actually having to use a very expensive container, because we're using these wonderful bags, and there we can just gently bring the cords up and it's easy for your customer to take away. A real great impulse buy for Mother's Day.